Welcome all. So moving forward, we will be posting videos rather than writing a WhatsApp post. Some important information I'll record it and post it as a video, so it's easy for you to listen. So one of the requests we got in our parenting WhatsApp group is people wanted to know the significance of Karthigai Deepam. So I'll share what I know so far. Earlier in the group we used to take all the religious festival or any practices we do in India which are practiced by our ancestor, connect that with our science and common sense why they did it, and teach our kids the science behind it so that they don't stop this practice which have been carried from thousands of years and we pass it on to the next generation. So right now we'll talk about Karthigai Deepam. So if you look at it scientifically, all the festivals are mostly aligned with the full moon day. So that's the time the climate around us changes, because moon influences our mind, and every cycle the change in the environment, the society and all other things factors a lot. So based on that, certain festivals are done in combination with certain stars, because in daytime we are always ruled by the sunlight and the heavenly bodies. In the night time, the sunlight's reflection which comes to the moon and hits on us, and the rays coming from the stars which is intersecting the moon and coming to us influences our mind. So both the things are contributor of our day-to-day behavior and character. So and this 2 months, every new moon, full moon day cycle, it's called as one season. So if you have read it in the mainstream education, there are 4 seasons, but our ancestors have clearly documented 6 major seasons, 6 months, 2 months each, and 6 minor seasons. So every 2 weeks technically they were able to document what kind of changes happens in the environment and what we need to do. They align most of the festivals were created in those kind of intersections or transition on it. So this time it's more of from Uttarayana to Dakshinayana transition, or sun turning towards the south direction. So this is the time we do certain activities. Mostly it's pretty much a very darkest day, most of the dark time in this whole year. That is one of the reason people light lamps. But if we go deeper, if there are some histories in India, history which has been passed on orally, it is never written. So some things which I have heard from in my research with these siddhas and lot of enlightened people, I am just sharing with you. Technically, Karthigai Deepam is mostly connected to a specific deity or a person who lived 10,000 years ago, and he was from a forest, and he is the person who destroyed the forest and invented the concept of farming. That means he was able to destroy the forest and start cultivating the farming. So, and since he is from the forest and he was taking care of cow and other small domestic animals, and he was also the first person who invented the martial arts. It's called Silambam, Kuttuvarisai, or Varmakalai, or Varma. The Marma massage what we now hear is all comes from that knowledge. The Varma points and Kalari, all these things come from him. And he is also known as, they call him the warrior of, the great god of warrior or something. So this person's symbol what he had, since it's a sign of a victory, they over a period of generation people added a symbol to him. So what happens is the symbol what they selected is the Simon. They selected. Why Simon they kept it is because when thousands of sperm enters the woman's body, only one, everybody battles and swims towards the egg. That is the final one, only one semen enters the egg. So all other cells would have lost the battle, and only one semen enters. So the symbol of the semen, which is inverted like a head and a tail, is what he has in his hand. So that is called as veil in Tamil. That's the symbol what he has in his hand. People give a lot of version that raising the Kundalini. I don't believe in that. From my research, what I have found is it's not convincing. Kundalini is always compared with the snake. It's never with the veil or that instrument what he has. So this person is none other than Murugan or Karthigeya or Subramanya or Shanmukha or whatever, or Skanda, whatever you call him. He is the person who first converted the forest into a village. It's 10,000 years ago. He started that in the Sri Lanka. That was part of India in those days. That's how it was started. So in that time what he did is, after becoming warrior and everything, why did he become a warrior? 10,000 years ago there might be no battle or a very simple thing. When you are destroying a forest and converting into farmland, obviously the tribal people who are in the forest would come and fight for you, right? Why are you destroying our land and converting that into a farming? That is to protect them, because tribal people are a lot more tactical. They know how to handle people inside the forest. So that's how he learned all this self-defense techniques. And then he left everything and he went to all the hills, started meditating. He was following his master, who is another living person who lived 20,000 years ago. Now we pray him like Shiva. He learned it from that meditation and got it, and then he got deeper into that science. Then he was able to discover various marma points, and he got enlightenment. That is the actual history what I heard so far. A few people have been talking about it and written book, but this is what I have heard for. So most of the people, like for example Vishnu is the first person who is an astronomer, who created the whole galaxy, who mapped the Milky Way, who created where Shiva left, he created the calendar, all these things. So, and Shiva was a person who first identified melting of iron. So he is more of a mountain dweller. So from there he was meditating, and he invented a lot of knowledge system. The 7 people who followed him were the Sapta Rishis, now we call, and his one of the favorite disciple was Nandishwar, who from there Tirumular, all other Siddhas have come. So that's the actual fact. And see, when those days there was no media, there was no written text, so obviously they add stories, they add some miracles in between, and then they will create a story, and slowly it become part of our life. We tell our children, and then become part of religion later, and now it has become into various small cult groups. So the real meaning is how these people have lived this planet. So it is on this day he was born, and this is the time of celebrating the success, or how he created this. So it's an act of gratitude that we have to show on Karthigeya this particular day, because on this full moon day, what they technically do is they do 3 things. What I know, one is they burn lamps, and that lamp is made of very certain things, because it is made of foxtail millet powder, and they add honey to it, and they create a paste, and they make a lamp that they pour ghee and they light it, and that's a main lamp in the house. And so if you look at medical point of view, every transition your body also has to change. So to prepare our body with the nature, they prepare certain things to eat as a therapy. That has become prasadam in every temple today. Okay, like you go all the way climbing to Tirupati, walking. When you reach there, the very first thing you need is energy in your body. Where will you get the energy? You will get from jaggery and honey and thing. That's why they give you laddu. You eat, you feel that you get that instant energy and immunity there. So and everywhere you go to Parani, you will get Panjamritam. Panjamritam is again a medicine which cures many diseases, because it's made of Navapashanam, a very rare combination of the peak achievement of Siddha system. That when you pour this certain mixture, the jaggery, it touches the statue, the Navapashanam is mixed into the Panjamritam and you eat. That's why they say if you are falling sick, go to Parani and eat the Panjamritam, you will be fine. It's not miracle, it's a science there. The same thing with Karthigai Deepam also. So this foxtail millet and honey and ghee once after you burn it, there's some kind of fermentation happens and some kind of roasting happens. When you eat everyone in the house, that enhances your immune system. It acts as an antioxidant in the body for that transition for the 2 month. Another thing is people light lamp around the house because it's a dark period, lot of fog will be there now moving forward till the January time. And moreover, this is the time most of the insects would affect the crops. So in South India, people have forgotten the whole practice, but at least in Assam, people are still doing it exactly like that. They go and lamp in between the farm so that the insects all are driven away, and the ghee lamp produces more ozone, so that is good for the plants also. So all the insects are driven away. That is the reason they keep it. Today in city you keep it around the house so that all the lamp. Another significant meaning is lamp symbolizes the actual significant spiritual growth is the lamp, the soul. It's always in the like a light, small light. Now scientists have done research. When a person is alive in coma, when he dies, that very second there is a difference in weight, and they are able to capture a very minute light escaping from the forehead or the stomach or the head. Mostly it will be from the stomach. So that is the soul. So that light signifies it, and that light is what attracts the angels to come down. So that's why when you light a lamp, angels come down, you pray, because they are attracted towards that natural fire what we create. So that is why they light the lamp, and there's a lot more deeper meaning towards it. So that's why even in the night when you sleep, you should not be having light. You should be having a small lamp in your bedroom and sleep with that light, that mild light which you got when you were in the stone age, like a tribal who are living in the cave. They had a small lamp that was helping our body to regenerate. Complete darkness is not allowed anywhere unless it's time of creation. So that is why they keep light around. And another ritual they do is like bogi before Pongal, where they burn all the waste material. Usually the no moon day, that's when we all collect our waste and burn it. We give it back to the nature in the form of ash. So what they do is when Karthigai, when he destroyed forest, a lot of palm trees were there. So that's when he burnt it, made it into an ash, and then started farming. So that same thing now we are doing it. We put all the palm leaf and they burn that. Sometimes they used to burn the tree itself, but not now. It is like symbolizing the victory or getting the land from the tribal is what they say. So that's why this thing is done as a celebration. This is one of the most what I have done and learnt it. So technically it's not connected to Shiva. It is connected to the Karthigai Deepam. So the Tiruvannamalai, when they call that Girivalam, people walk around it and they see the fire. It's more of letting you know the victory sign, and it's time for you to awaken. So this is the time people who go under spiritual practice, their Agna Chakra is activated. This is the time they do. Today, activating Agna Chakra on a Karthigai Deepam is a lot more powerful. Your intuition will get a lot of intuitive powers by doing it today. That's why when you light the lamp, you look at it, you do Trataka, a lot of things are done. Unfortunately, we either don't know the history or we don't know the practice. We just add it as per our convenience and we just keep on doing it just to feel the happiness of it. But now you know the meaning and show the gratitude for the farmers, because farmers are the richest people in the past, unlike today, who are the most poor people, because they had the whole bunch of land and they were able to sell the food to everyone. So that is the idea here. Again, this Karthigai subject is so big, you can talk about it for a whole day. But for Karthigai Deepam, this is the meaning. How can we practice that in today's modern life? What we can do? That is something we should be knowing about it. What you can do is take foxtail millet powder, add some honey, add a ghee, make it as a lamp, and show your gratitude to the farmers. Show your gratitude to the person who created farming for everyone, who has invented so many knowledge, who have identified many spiritual destinations in the south, 6 sacred mountains, where each and every mountain has one Siddha's vibration there. So that is the idea, to show gratitude, and look at the lamp and think it like this lamp is coming right into your forehead and meditate, your insight, your intuition would increase. And you eat that lamp later after it's over, next day you eat, it increases immunity for next 4-5 days. It acts as a therapy. And right now too many pollutions, toxin airs. What you can do is take a earthen lamp and try to put some ghee or gingerly oil, only two, any of these two, and lamp it. Why they have used ghee and oil is something very interesting thing I have discovered is, earlier days we were using animal fat to burn, but now only when the farming was introduced, Karthigeya found a way of bringing oil out of plant. That's why sesame oil came out. So you can lamp it and keep it in the house. Ghee is the best one, so that enhances the air around it, and also it enhances the aura. Negative energies are driven away. So light as many lamps as possible, and let's not get into specific, should I be doing it in 6 or 100, or light a lamp. That's an idea. More you light, better you are. Lesser you do it, according to your convenience you do it. Very, very simple. And be in that gratitude mode. That is something we can do in today's world. You do not have to burn palm trees. We have already killed many trees right now. That was just to show a sign of a victory. That's all. Now we don't have to do it in today's world. So you don't have to really burn and do it. So, and you can do a full moon day meditation tomorrow. So already the audio is there, added in the group. If you can practice that. So that act of gratitudeness to the Karthigeya is the practice of Karthigai Deepam. There are many deeper versions. This is what I have found out and what I have learnt it. I am just sharing you a very different version. So it's more about Karthigeya, not about Shiva. So this is the day you can do it. Shivaratri is a different day where you completely go into meditation. That's a different story. But right now this is the meaning for it. Feel free to practice it or ask questions. We can discuss it in all the groups. And see you all in the next video, and happy Karthigai Deepam and Farmers Day. Thank you.